So we'll move on to sets. So sets, I'm sure we did sets from primary school, from Manu. Yes.
Before we move on, I wanted to ask, is it possible to append in tuples?
Yes, it's possible. In tuples.
In tuples.
I'm sure it's possible to append in lists. We could try. Let us try turning to later. Our tuple right now is Q. So if we say Q dot append, we want to append maybe say so as easy. We can only, however, we can append list 2 more. From what you want to add 10 after 9 is also possible. Like this. How to do it? List is on question number 0, 1, 2. So you say Q over Wapula 2, which is the list dot append. And you want to append with Z. You're going to print Q and 2. This is also that Z append them lists, but me tap or append it, but me list no append it. I hope you guys get that. Okay, so the next thing that Saitama sets, set is also not the data structure. Saitama lists, Saitama tuples. Set is the next thing. List that denote one square brackets. Set that denote one parenthesis, normal brackets. Now a set denote one curly brackets. I hope you guys can see them or you already know them. So the talk that I creating a set the print S please not. Iwo kabatira karamba kabatira kuti S number creator kuno kumsoro kwari Miranda. I'm sure you've seen which S has changed a lot of times. My variables in Python do not stick to what you say. I know was yes or pay this row. My step printer is in as much as number is Miranda kumsoro ko. You have to kangano because the last S we went override the value of S. So if you want to stick to certain variables, I don't know find a way to normal local say or just don't reference them anymore because the moment you override it, and then they got to even as much as I declared S but it is set, even they got to solo no they got to print a S pin pagans Miranda demo will not come out in fact to print of the manual of that. So that's the Geonema interpreters. So if ever you don't find the expected output, but you're confident with the just try to rerun your code. Maybe there's a variable override or something somewhere. So we're on sets, and now I've created 2 my sets and it's not G. So just like we did Kudara to whatever level, my sets can be joined. You can get the union of 2 sets, you can get the intersection, you can get my subset and so forth. So probably just do those 3 G-measure, which is less than is greater than is PTG. I will close the sheet account to look at the so you can do the union. Union weight when G, that's just that straight line going down. That's union. One of the buttons, and you remember union, buttons and features are so in this case, maybe they can get a 4 will look the 3. You find which yes will give it 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It was not going to repeat the 3 because we'll put a 1 value. Also, you can say S union and concept to neuro means S dot union in words we can do the same thing. You can do intersection. you know, what is the common, you know, S matrilinear D, my sets, we can add, you know, we can find a subset, but I don't think that's very, very major. I would just give you guys. Oh, then we can move on to dictionaries. This is probably the last thing we'll talk about before we do the kind of theory before we move on to OOP.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
I'm failing to locate that one on Union. The symbol. Where do we find it on our keyboards?
It's
it's beside the left shift.
And there's a chakaita. It might
Right
not be
next to the next shift.
it might not be a solid line. Like it's like I could you know in a part padenga ka part pasi but they of equal size. Kanakarika line kaka split one pakati.
Okay, thank you. I think I will search for that one. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, it's fine. Then we'll talk about dictionaries. Then from dictionaries, nampai itagaita and nampai arrays. Hello?
I think you do what to. Hello, ma'am. I think you do what to you could have madam pie the pandas.
Okay. Pandas regular pupa schedule, but nampai. Okay, let's go on. I want maybe some of a quarter past. Let me just pick up a quarter past so that you can fit 5 minutes to cover the journal to cover everything. So my dictionaries, just like my dictionary, territory, and every dictionary, like my dictionary, with the my meanings, everything is paired by 2. There's the word you're defining, and then there's the meaning. Not compulsory 2. So same thing with my dictionary. And syntax dictionary is very, very simple and straightforward. You know, Shandisa, what are called keys and what are called values? My keys being probably the way you're defining and the values being the value. So in the English standard, a dictionary is a combination of lists. That's how dictionaries are created. Jeremiah, can you please switch off your mic? Okay. So keys, I say dictionary, you know, combine 2 lists and this. So probably the first list will be Elma values. So it's important with Elma values, they should always match the number of keys and people. So don't go to when there is 3 values you need my keys mango, but maybe values you omit and then there is 2. So let me proceed to creating the dictionary. So in the third mini dictionary is the combination of 2 lists. But it was create by zip. I'm sure you know zip a number of things. So zip folders. Like and to zip using an win banana is to compress or is to bring together. So same concept. So what I'm zipping now are the keys and the values. So if I run this, okay, so it omitted, it simply just omitted location. In I thought it was going to give me an error because it was not matching. Or maybe the beginning ones, my values don't know, it's still just ignore. So it will give me an error location in the other. Let me put in additional value. Alright, so it will simply just ignore the additional value. It will simply just disregard, like the is not matching anything to my keys. So it will simply not appear in my dictionary because it only prints the three in sets.
Miranda,
Yes,
Miranda,
I David.
ine effect ivanawo yemakotsi apa kuisa single double quote.
Hazvina basa, zvakangofanana. Oh yeah, ipapa actually put pamwe patondaisa double quotes, pamwe patondaisa single quotes. But however, I think if you put a single quote here, you cannot put a double quote here. So if you put my double quotes, chungovhara chine double quotes. If you open them as a single quote, just close with a single quote. Zvakangofanana, isanongorega based on strings. Okay. Then index kwatambenge tichiita paipaya kumalist nini kunokuti index tichishandisa the key, like say you want to pick iwewe chidemo in this scenario tinoti d because yes chidemo hake ari mulist runonzi values, but it was then converted to a dictionary kana testa kushanda nedictionary atichashanda navalues takushanda nadictionary. So you can pick chidemo by simply indexing using the key in the key sentence. Even the print zvakanangana with the key yawa pick. Well, I hope I make sense. Okay, so it makes sense. Then there's also another way to create my dictionaries, which is not using my keys and my values. So what like say for the dictionary runs F, you can just start by introducing my curly brackets. Atambo chanza for my set fire. Then what create as a nature. Say you want to introduce a middle name. After that middle name, no bottom is a colon of Sair Kumetana, what is it pure and comma will then introduce another set in the dictionary. Say maybe favorite food. Okay, so what's matching with that component? So if you print this dictionary, everything getting very dictionary, I hope to be clean. Jimmy Vachwana to do dictionaries like adding Jimmy dictionary or the indexing, I think is also it is less major than what you wanted to cover. So having done that, okay, someone had said to deal NumPy arrays, but I think the core of NumPy arrays does it cover Panam. In as much as does it Taura for my lists are aningani one dimensions. I think some of the core business unit of my NumPy arrays is slicing. In Apapandopan slicing yes up, you cannot go wrong with the syntax. This is basically all there is in NumPy arrays. Because like what you have been given in array and you find out a chunk of it or find it as I think I covered the over slicing up. Any contribution? Okay. So maybe can I mean a specific person on NumPy my arrays and continue to shake. After if you have a question right now, but also considering what I've just said, but this is really the deal in NumPy arrays, who's like and if they knew the holy grail, how the syntax. I think to become easier. So if you've got a question, I think just keep it. Then Mangwana, that's the first thing we do on NumPy arrays. Because with the ended to it now, yet we're just going to do slicing and data code, which will waste time that we don't have. So if you have a question, if you still have a question after this, after slicing syntax and NumPy, then you can work on that. But today, I think let us do OOP. I hope Titiri could concentrate. Silence means yes, and it is.
Yes.
Perfect. Alright, so OOP is very, very simple, guys. And I want you to have that perception about kind of the OOP is beginning and it's also being true. So OOP has two main sections or two main components. The first one being my classes, then my functions, even though my functions are totally incorporated in my classes. So a class, or maybe the best way I can handle a class is it's just let me see. It's okay. I'm failing to get the word. So allow me to use it. Something. It's something that does a certain or something that has certain attributes and performs certain tasks. Like I'm sure we can create a class in my employees. We've got an attribute in one's employee. And the employee, we've got an object rather in one's employee. And employee will be certain attributes. Employee.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. I understand P standing for pandas, but I'm lost on O. Can you maybe put it in full, ma'am? Sorry.
Okay, so P is not even standing for pandas, Jeremiah. P is standing for it's object-oriented programming. Yes, thank you. Object. It's called object-oriented. So my classes, what I'm simply doing is writing code that is specific to certain objects. Those are Twitter partners in the class. And there's an example in the cheaper. We are all employees or we are employers or but as an employee, certain attributes. Even as an employee, you being the object for company often share things like EC number, often share zeta, often share surname, often share EC number, often share ID number, often share maybe salary bracket or salary, remuneration rate, often share leave days. All those are attributes that fall under you as an object, you as an employee being the object. So those are things that I need to do. So what you're simply doing in OOP is you are writing code that is specific to certain objects. So kind of example one, an object is straightforward. Either employee and the tower account students was still same thing employee and students along with students that share zeta, share surname, share range number, share ID number, share it's almost the same attributes I'm wearing an employee. I also want us to do another object. Yeah, you go to the attributes. Okay, maybe it will get clearer when you get to that. Second, the trick when we're creating my classes is class yega. Isatia created defining it. And by defining it, the first definition that we do, the class in Chakad. So please, if you're not typing before, please type. And just go now, I'm going to push it to be not on video, but I really urge you for these sessions, just being the habit of being a notebook. So unozotadza kukopera kuisa paJupyter notebook. So very better ugari wazinyora wachinoda pane error. Obviously ukanyora code yako pabepa inora hanandi. But ukanyora pa notebook unotogara una error yange pakapa. So please just be in the habit of doing this. So I'm going to create a class in one student. So first you have to tell your compiler what you're doing is you're creating a class. So first you not only know what I keyword that now take class and then occupy the name of the class. I'm not sure I think it's just programming practice maclasses ese anotanga ne-capital letter. The first letter is always a capital letter. And this is it a rule of thumb or what? But I think just 2 years. When you're the name of the class, you then put a full colon, you and I say dot, so that click is done. The moment you press enter, after 1 year, it's actually correct. When you're a class, when you're the name of the class, and you put a full colon, automatically when you press enter, kesa yako indent yega por kufana kuyenda, which is one thing that is very, very important in Python, indentation. Which I'm one of my area where I can wonder. Someone I'm going to if so at enter. Case where we have about the big space after the please don't do that. And also to make it critical, you cannot write an error. It should be possible because when you're a class student and when you forget the full colon, look at the enter. Here is not recognizing which was Tankaman you put a class because you did not put the colon. Which are your time of try to the which I know that but you give you an error at the end. And the error was indentation error. Error it's one of my classes, it's one of the conditions and if nana well nana for don't know the indentation error. So if I say if being the habit of kubona clearing the error, you can't find indentation error. What was it? There were one the space cannot twice a space to like in this case, if you're going to give me an indentation error before the now, there's a space to I did not put the indent. I did not indent in one. Some people indent. So I'm now correcting that class, which is the keyword, the name of the class and the full colon. And when you press enter into the full, you end up with the that's the first part. What create a class? What is the class and human student? Every class has a default function. Even the init, you need to initialize. So, and this I'm talking about what already object means employee, and you have got attributes are under you like name, you don't know there's a name so but compiler does not know that, and you have to tell it which compiler. In any being students, I'm now defining the attributes that are under me. In any employee, I have got a name, I've got a surname, I've got a what. So that is what we are now doing. And we're getting to further detail down below. But Panaka defined, based upon a creator class, the first function that you create is called init. And the other word, initialize, you initialize the class. And this function, it is always executed. How we initialize the class? How by initializing, I mean how run your class the first time. No line is not to run, no line is not to execute. So how do you write that? We say def, which is defined and it I think it's defined, it's defined. Then space, then double underscore. So there's underscore one, put another one. It has to be a double underscore. Then init when the tower away. After init, double underscore again, put one underscore and then another one. 3 days and dating. I just need proof of life here before I go.
Yes, 3 days.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, to my double underscore. Each and every class in the self parameter. Parameter. So you find that depending on the complexity of your class, you might pass as many parameters as you want, but every class I find the self parameter. So self parameter is simply a reference of everything. I will lose some people, so let me not. But it's simply alright. The self parameters, what it does is it references the current instance of a class. By this I mean, alright, maybe the shown of it is right now. We realize it but the English of it is it's just referencing the current instance of the class and So you find it some functions and chaisa maybe pasa after this init function yekutangeni. Angonanga ngorina self kit asina any other parameter. But since panapa ndiri initialize class yangu ndopanichabva ndaiudza kuti inini class yangu inonzi student inofana kunge ine reg number inofana kunge ine I think let us just switch to inofana kunge ine first name session. Dadaro, I will put another colon again. So I hope you are writing as much comment as you can. Panapa, I hope you always include keyword the class, put the class name in the colon. Those are a must. Panapa is the word define def, the double underscores na init na double underscore kuvara need the self parameter. Izvi zvamukati zvangovewo necessities of the class. Then the colon wekuvhara is also important. So if you can pakoda zvakanaka waisa colon pakati enter kuti it will automatically indent for you. And so this part, please, you don't really need to understand it. Munofana kungozviita when you're creating a class. And not create a class safe for. Another thing, another tip I'll give you, when you're creating my variable names in class marco, and my bonus in this other range name, so please don't do that for the purpose of this course unless you're coding a whole museum and you can, or maybe you can follow up code easy. Just do the straightforward. You would range numbers on go back and so. What the lawyer passing? This part I'm telling you, Kitty. You might not necessarily need to understand it. Just do it. Know what self dot. What were it to page? The first variable after self, self dot is equal to each other. And it what is self? So they require 10 attributes. So the next will be self dot f name equals f name. Reference the instance of the class. Like so the parameter in a piece of creator class, and it keeps referencing back which attributes or if there's someone someone in my lectures, maybe your English could be better than mine. Anyone can volunteer.
Miranda hazvina kumbofundwa izvi totozvifunda ipapa.
Hatina kumbozviita. No, hatina.
Tawanda, can you hear me now? Tawanda. But when I'm going to go and get it.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you. Alright, it's fine. It's like, alright, can I not kuzvifunda guys? Musa panapa kana iwe ukakriyeta kusvika kuna z panapa because when you get pane the next line uchiri muiniti momo, just stop thinking and just type. And with the self dot our creator equals to it's like after the self dot reg name that f name. First part with self dot reg name equals reg name. Self dot f name equals f name. Because we know that we call down below and it.
Can I ask something?
Yes, Moja.
Kuma question ndikunzwisa asiparisiro nzisande pakanzi self apa pari kureve yapa.
Tati pacho. Kanana self and schema.
Acho kupasa ma variables tonyora kuti self ari kureve.
Apa. Ndopandatanga kutaura kuti self iyeye for every class that you create, for every function that you create within a class, anotenga arimo ingori parameter iri kuudza code yako kuti okay then ndopandatara kuti chirungu chachona chinondizoni you will be referencing the current instance of the class kuti apa pandopandiri that self will appear everywhere. Those are the just now to do with self pese pacha creator function, just add that self. Ukada kutozvifungisisa, you might actually get lost. You find with Pancha created the next function. I'm still just going to add that self. I think I'm actually back. I sometimes also don't get it. With first Pancha creator, if I'm going to create in a class, in character awards, I'm still going to put that self. So why is it necessary? But it's necessary. You still have to put self in. And this is what you direct.
Yeah,
Right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Alright. Maybe. I tried looking for it and I got tired. So you someone or all of you guys can try to look into it with self-full. Then Mangwana before Tatanga past exam paper, you guys can present, or anyone are willing can present to say it better than me. Why do chance yourself here? I think that will also be creative and for me. I would appreciate that.
Hello. Thank you, ma'am.
That's fine.
Thank you. As you have already highlighted that we are talking OOPs, which are object-oriented programming, and here the issue which you are talking about, the issue of self, you have actually cleared them about the issue of instance. Whenever we are talking of an object and we are programming, it takes us to those who have understood the issue of primary keys. That's exactly what we are trying to say here. There's imitate an instance of a parameter. An instance it cannot repeat in that particular programming item. That's why we are repeating the issue of self. So if you try to link it to the issue of primary key object etc., then you understand this. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, imagine this, guys.
Dinas.
All right, Tonga, I can also link this.
I think just to add on. Quiet.
All right. Actually, Jeremiah, it's an instance of a class, but I doubt very much because self you are a reserved word. There are a reserved word and a different color from class, student, and DEF.
Okay, guys.
Okay, from my understanding as well, the self is referring to this, since this is object-oriented programming, right? We are inheriting from different other classes. And the moment you say self, you are saying you are inheriting from myself, from the same class that you are in. And you notice that even if you create another class, whenever you want to call instances which are in that same class, you have to use self. But when you want to refer to other classes, you don't have to use self. So itself is only referring to myself, like to the same class that you are in. At the moment you use another class, you don't use self, like for inheritance sake.
Okay. So is it possible, Simba, kuti probably mangwana, unokwanisa kungochinyorere a small class inenge ineka inheritance so that people see when not to use self?
I would try. I won't promise, but I'll try.
All right, I think that's still fine. And
even if you don't
promise.
I will try.
Some kids, guys, you try. Kana zaramba, we'll still stick to what we agreed, which is self for you. So long as there's no inheritance required. Chongo is what pana self and it.
No, that's fine.
Right. Then today also tapedza initialize a class yedu pese panapa tinge initialize a class, but now takuda kuiudza zvimwe zvinhu zvatinokwanisa kuita, like you have told it kuti nini expect chinonzi rate number, expect chinhu chinonzi zvoni f name, but hauna kuzoiudza like where to get that information. If you're going to accept it as input, or you did not tell it further. So now we're going to define my function actually the actual receiving of the range number or the actual receiving of the first name. So it's still a function that will inside f and it. So now our particular function receive the range number or accept a range number. So we can just say maybe gets range. I think it's still going to change. And the function, and we still put self here. Okay. And what does this thing do? Okay, so maybe we just complicate a class. I'm not going to put a code here. So the time we talking sorrow it accept input. Chango it's hard code or chango feeder ma figures achwana pasi, but it has to return. This function is each number. It has to return the range number. And then we've got also another function, you know, the get name. What we get name, we still have that self, and this returns the same. So tukarana class yedu hairanda. At least you can run up and up. Yes, it's an achievement. What was your out of pain? Wow, one is zero. Something, and it. But the actual working, which class in the association, it's not so good. A person can introduce some of the use, and it. So talking about say for the students and then the students. So this student is probably at the name of the class. Can I create a class away? Which is a good change, my spelling on a T, and always remember with not any capital letter. And then we are not feeding values. The first one, in order of when I want to read number to two years, so it's going to read number from a C 2021 and another Chakadaro, comma, first name again, and that. But still cannot they also at 9 instruction as a type. Actually, let me. I will come back in edge. Probably another function. You could print instructions that I enter, but for now, the program will go print a singer. 30 prints. They were saying a good Spanish students when in Iran, new rate number in Sakatuna Panapathetic prints. Which sorry guys. Hello? After 8. After 8. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Miranda.
Hi guys, wait. I'm on a call. Sorry, just a second.
Why is it visa video Shamwaro not quite that? Why is data Shamari? Visa camera.
Hi guys, I'm sorry about that. Didn't call. Okay. What are you trying to do? Okay, so rate number and also so but this is the do or die. This is where we know so let us just wish each other like
We can't see the screen.
You can see the screen.
I can see.
I'm still presenting, I think.
We can see it.
So maybe it's your network. All right. So yeah, basically, I think we've won. Then there's also another way you can place a function. You could printer would have actually even added the function, so you can just copy it. Let's just copy this. I want us to create another function. You could print you could display. So display. So and what does this function do? Print. Print everything. So the first part I want us to be a string. My name is so plus no you can go back and use my statements. I'm trying to figure that out.
So sorry, Miranda.
Yes.
Why is it if I try to run my code in a different cell, like what you are doing, it's giving me an error, but you are actually doing the same thing? I don't know why. But if I put different cells like what you are doing, but if I do it in one cell, everything like M student, but when you allocated the student number, the name, the print MREG number, it likes.
Mine is doing the same.
Can one of you guys share screen?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so Mira in Chroma share. I then would case I am and actually told me indentation error. You might not fully understand the rest of the error, but somewhere in the error, it will make sure to give you a hint that is good enough for you to solve the error. Okay, so can one of you guys share screen now so that try go on a test, then we do an exercise. Your exercise might take us maybe 20 minutes or so. Then my functions to the night I'm gonna before the test phase because I really need to leave soon. Just put young boys in. Can't wait long.
Okay, it's saying you are presenting.
Oh, okay. Let me. Can you click up Paganzi hide? Name TM is not defined. Yeah, unagurana say we Raganzi
Sorry, you said I should run what this one?
Yeah, wait a little bit. It's Albert and it.
Yes.
I hope you guys know Albert about Zarana also, but you took too much time. Sorry, Albert, can you go back per window? you were already pakanzi M equals student what handiti. Andopenge pane kesa yako.
Yes.
Can you go back ipapo? So to run that cell, clicker, and to run that cell, you might not always have that time. You can easily run your cell by saying shift enter. Can you press shift enter?
Shift enter, okay.
Can you see the cell that is now highlighted?
Yes, it's highlighting the next cell.
So you don't need to go and click him. So you want to run a lot of cells. You don't want to click up a cell every time. By shift enter, you don't need to go and select the print, what. By a shift enter, it automatically selects the cell pass. Then you can click, you can run it or I think it might save you a little bit of time, but you might need that time. The object is to run as very simple, what shift enter, a combination of shift na enter, no run a bit faster rather. Okay, so we create a new function in the display. So what display here does? I can go find kupa code yangu pana pale. Ndio naongea nikati print m kijiti chocho. Ndikazungurana kutomboti m dot display the small letter p. Student attribute, okay, I did not run myself. Student attribute is no. Student object is no attribute display. What's wrong with this? Student unique. What do you guys help me? Let me just.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi.
Chimbotraya futhi kurana alright.
Ndotraya kurana apa pandisi. Okay, yeah. Saka sometimes ndomchonga kungostakidza zvise kuzvirana. Please kana mapina exam don't get stranded. Try, just try something. Then pano pamwe pekuti like apa my words, my name is. Pamwe pachona you don't just akusquad kwete search but say baba you see which Miranda na end wangu zakabatana panokuti just come before end with a space ipapo ukazvirana space patano bangouya so that it just looks nice and it
Miranda zvimbopidza pamusoro mbichana
pamusoro papi
pakupira mbichana pawadhifaina class rako apo
apa zvakafanana nezviri kumusoro
idza kuti
zviri kumusoro ndeizvizvi ndazvongaendireta ndangunozvikopa ndikazvisa apa panangoedza line repasizvi
borato
alright so handiti mapiwa nemaclass rep imwe picture so yakanzi zvoni picture yakanzi stake 2 tinayo tesa handiti hello hello
yes
so picture yoyo yeah exactly zvandoda kuti tiita apa ndo something like a typical exam scenario zvinogona kuitika you are given something given either a picture or a data set whether raiswa painternet kana kuti maripiwa neflash kana chamheno you must always put media yamapiwa whether a video whether a picture whether a data set please put it in the same folder say so inini iriri handinofanira pekutanga paipakudziziva kuri kusevha zvinhu zvako but ndachicreata ifolder rautange kutisevhera zvinhu zvatikuita nhasi, then maybe you know actually even migrate zvinhu zvamukaita kudhara nezvinhu zvamuchaita mangwana zvese to build Python kufisa mufolder 1. Mufolder imomo mawadecide kuti ndomaona ngotisevhera zvinhu zvako zveexam. Ukapiwa dataset kana ukapiwa picture ungapiwa hamuna chawapiwa, please put it in the same folder. It will be easy for you to import it kubvisa panotebook pako kana zviri musame folder seso. But tomboti dai picture yangu yenge iri hameno kumwewo kunhu, I would have to follow it ndichitsvaga part yachona kuti hameno, it will just be unnecessarily complicated. So if you receive ukapiwa dataset kana ukapiwa picture ungapiwa hameno chiro chako pamuexam, just put it in the same folder. Just put it in the same folder and it's it. So the same folder, I want to import that picture. I want us to do a task class using that. So let us just work together. So I'm going to import, I'm sure you did import my images and with IMG, then you select the source code. So I'm going to do the same folder. Utongokopa zita repicture yachona. Let's copy this. Source. Paste ipapo. And for pictures, you just have to format this PNG. Utongoyoti stake2.png. Okay. And when you're doing this, your cell must be in Markdown. This is only for my images, but for my data sets, you can import a data set. I don't know import my data sets.
No.
Alright, when you're importing my images, my picture, my video, you do it uri Markdown. Say you're Markdown. So the cell would then, the picture would then display more in Jupyter Notebook. You say it is like this. But for a data set, just run the code uri paganzi code. So data kuti ipinde mu panasara. This is the code. Apanango, I'm sure kana makazvita kungoti image, then you select the source. Saka kana zviri same folder, auchanida iwo kuti picture yacho iri desktop /exam folder /downloaded media /zita. Unongonokopa zita rachona onge extension yepicture yachona. It's as simple as that. So look at that. It like it easier for everything. I'm going to receive my data set, my picture, my put it in one folder. I want to get to go folder and it. So this picture is instructions of what you want to do. What I want us to do is I want us to create a class. To realize with functions like want us list mistake is list matapu my dictionary is I actually my classes I can create one even so tapo mnaga create a class inonzi tapo akatoiudza kuti iwe unonzi tapo and aubvume function inonzi appends and it. Saka isusu tauda create class yedu inonzi stake, a data structure redu isusu inonzi stake haripo. But you know what a stake is? A stake is yakangofanana nequeue yanambotaura yakati a stake of plates murestaurant, maplates acho ane china anenge achipaila one on top of the other. But kana munhu ari kumasuka haatangi anoshandisa a last in first out order. Kana maplates akastekwa akakwira kumusoro yapedzisira kuiswa ndo iri pamusoro asi iyoyo ndo inotanga kusukwa. You get it and it. Guys, that's Roni. I want us.
Yes, we get it.
We're trying to emulate. I want us to incorporate my classes. To create a data structure. Yachinoziva or yandatsanangura, but it doesn't exist right now. We could have created a list, but it would be pointless because list it will go dara. Not as you to remove, ukariti insert, ukariti pop, ukariti chichi. So now I want us to create our own data structure in this stake. And the behavior is stake. Or alternatively, you guys can read through the stake rinotanga riri empty, like say in a restaurant pane pasina maplates akasviba. Haifadzai. Okay, I think it's an error. Saka kuti tomboti restaurant changovhura, canteen yavhurwa, haingotangi maplates akasviba. Like steak would be empty, panenge pasina chinhu handitika. And then the push functionality I want us to do, vanhu vadya, plate maybe table number 3 asviba. Those plates are taken from their tables, oiswa pasteak remadhechi plates, achiturikidzaniswa. Handiti. Kana aturikidzaniswa, munhu achazomasuka, achisvika pasink, they will take the first one. So we want to remove from the top of the steak, that be chinhu chiri pamusoro. In the function that I pick, I can retains the bottom item from the steak, but it does not remove it. I'm going to plate here pinky and very pass, but they cannot remove it. They will just see which is the pink plate that's on the bottom, but they're not going to remove it from the steak because it's at the very, very bottom. In the function that I pick, which retains the top item from the steak, but it does not remove it. In the they will just pipette it, but they will not remove it. Check out how far. Then also to create another function, is empty. This one we just check which are there any dirty plates or not.
No.
Yes,
Yellow ma'am.
Yes.
Maybe before you run down,
what is Jeremiah? Jeremiah, I did not.
Before you run down, maybe can you assist here by being clear? The word take, etc. Are these Python commands, or we are just creating them from nowhere right now?
Okay, all right. So Zandapita guys, I am going to take my time. What's required of us, and then I'll leave it to go and do it. Then mangwana tane zvinhu 2 zvatofana kuita. Simba atika nazokwanisa achayotitaridza self kuti ari kufamba sei. Then what else is supposed to be presented tomorrow? All right. Simba achataridza self. Then inini ndachizvoni ndakupai how to slice, and we did not do numpy arrays today. If you go and do it tomorrow and you still have questions, you come with that question. A numpy array, 2 slice at 2. Then 3, ndakutsanangura kuti take class rangu iri kana kuti take data structure rangu iri randikuda kuti kuri muriite richafamba sei. Just like zataita kumusoro tinge tine chinhu chinonzi student. Isusu nemusoro wedu tisu tinoziva kuti student ane attributes. Esther, and attributes say ID number and attributes chakati. But the interpreter does not know that. We had to tell it which what I in a but yadaro it has gofanira ku edirwa red number to know edirwa zita use display. We were telling the compiler, the interpreter that. So now I want us to create a new class or a new data structure inonzi stack. But that is stack iri rakada kufanana ne list. But list handitomboti uri pa queue chete pamsets atanga kujoina queue pakasapindarana ndiye anotanga kubuda. But stack has got a reverse structure of that. So I want you to understand this, then mozonoita. Then someone will present the answer tomorrow and we'll go through it together. So database and game. And let's just take it, please visualize a stack of data plates in a restaurant. Python, mamwe maweda sho ariko sawana push ariko. Kuna pop. I think pop chat. Mamwe hako, which is why we are tsananguraring them. And even pop wachonaka kanasina kukolwa is under a certain data type. Pop won't know which does not define it. So in this case, Pop is not a reserved to it. Hi, Michael. Okay. Hope is not a reserved word. Saka ingori word zvamunofana kushandisa kuita kudefine the class yachona maattributes eclass. Saka stick really empty handitika but push ndoyo tichashandisa isusu kuedzera zvinhu pamastick redu. Maybe you can use a string or you can use anything, but since it's you'll be using, that's a hint, you'll be using a structure, a list here. So since you're using a list takes everything, takes all data types and data. So you can put my integer, you can put my string, and put all sorts of things to stack markup. Then Tadaro, that's the push function. So you're supposed to push maybe 3, 4, 5 things into your stack. What tanga could pop up? You can pop the first thing you stack mango. Don't pop everything. Don't go pop everything. Mangema attributes are then pick. I think it's written in English, but I'm just going to say it again. Pick. Irufana ngori tinachintiri pasi. Haikufana kuchimisa. Irufana ngori display yakuti pasi pane chakati but chisara chiripo. Same na pick na pip. Arufana ngori kuti pamusoro pane chakati asa hasikufana kuchimisa. Then it's empty. Anofanira kungodzosa a value kuti another stick panel place inofana kuti false. It's not empty. But if it's actually empty, inofana kungodzosa boolean value yekuti true. Then size inongotidza zvinhu zviri mustake machona. Then show will tell us kuti munere ichi. Does that make sense?
That's right.
All right. So I want you guys to try and do that tomorrow. I know we may have busy schedules and stuff, but just find time to do that. And then Mangwana Twitter is December will present the self. If you have got 2 questions on NumPy, we'll do that next check area. And then we'll do past exam paper. Maybe you already told, but let me just say it again. The reason why I'm choosing to teach a past exam paper is because my past exam paper is not sure of. It was a different lecturer. They were different lecturers there, and their questioning style is totally different. By lecturer, with the past exam paper, at least that's his style of questioning. So it would be beneficial for you than with the teacher. They're two totally different, or more than 2 different people. So it won't really benefit us. So we'll be doing that exam paper. However, if you've got other questions, we'll still be taking them tomorrow. So if there are no questions today, we'll end here. Then we'll resume tomorrow at 6.
Please, Miranda.
Yes.
Can you send this Nanki Ranko Chitanot Buragotim follow through?
Is it? All right, it's fine. Let me send
Thank you.
And then on another note, Miranda, I think today there was I would say a misunderstanding in terms of time, starting time. Most people were suggesting if we start
if you start hello?
Sorry. PM. The time is 6 p.m. for those who had their grievances.
I don't know
how to share the session. Because now we respond there, varikuti isusu tinononoka kusvika kumba nevari kuti tiri kushandisa mahofisi neinternet yekubasa tinodawo kukasira kupedza tiende kumba. So tati tingoita time iri pakati nepakati. Iwo kanonoka kusvika kumba unobata the other half of the lecture. Uyo 8 dzochayawo obva avhara office oendawo kumba.
Yeah, I think that would be fine because even in I have to leave Panapa at 8. No one is permitted because in internet and I have to organize transport to take me home. So I cannot pass 8. So maybe
so let's maintain the normal time.
Yeah, I think it's fine. However, Mangwana Chona, I'm open for Tomboti, like during the day, Kanapani Snakunz or something. You can just message me, or since I'm sharing the notebook, you can try to follow through first. Kana zvisina kunzwisisika, you can try with your colleagues. Kana zvazorambisisa, you can get in touch with me. But I'm not comfortable going past 8.
Munobatika papi nai
okay, I will try to give with my class pay number yangu, but problem everyone will now be in my inbox. And there's no so hectic for me. So I will try to avoid that. But I will think about it tonight if they should give you guys.
To former class rep, my question.
Yeah, I think about my class rep, which will be able to moderate. Was something so at least my class rep, I will be able to consolidate my questions and address them. Because I may ask the same question in 4 vacation, but at least get through my class rep. You don't go not maybe this is a problem area and I try to address it for everyone.
Okay, I think it's also good. Thank you.
All right, so I'm exiting the meeting. They know I'm going to my class rep, not okay, good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Magumba.